So it's Tuesday, and we all know that that means it's No Filter Tuesday. And when I decided to make the trip to Africa, there was one woman that I wanted to meet. She is the new face of comedy. She's going to change the game completely, doing it in her way, owning her own content, and just leading the way of the next generation to come. She started with 7,000 Instagram followers and has now got 1.5 million followers. I never really talk about people's followers, but that is a big jump. She has the most infectious laugh I have ever heard. And I can't wait for you all to meet her. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Elsa Majimbo. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm happy. It's a good day. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. So I'm good.
Well, thank you for coming on No Filter, Elsa.
Thank you for having me.
We've had a fun day.
We have.
I mean, No Filter is getting to travel. We are now in Kenya. And we've been having a couple of fun days. And Elsa, I mean, I don't know where to start with you. You have kept everybody in a really positive and given people humor in a very challenging and difficult time.
Yeah, it's been during this year has been something. And definitely so many people have gone through rough patches, unemployment and just, losing loved ones. So it's been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people need to laugh because some people do forget how to be happy. And I think it's super important just to laugh once in a while.
Of course, it's very important to laugh.
Mm-hmm, it's so important. And people need to remember what it feels like to have joy.
So can I ask you, where do you get those sunglasses from your videos? I mean, are they from any specific designer or where?
First of all,
so wait a second. Is that, this seems like you've jumped up a notch. But who's the day? I know that logo.
This is Off-White.
Those are Off-White. Okay.
Yeah, with great power comes money. The glasses I had, I bought them off the street, and those are the ones I use to my videos till date because I feel like that's where I started from, and that's what I want to hold on to.
It's your good luck charm.
It's my good luck charm.
Absolutely, and you should always hold on to your good luck charm.
Definitely.
So may I ask you, is there a particular type of potato chips, crisps, because I'm British, that you like to eat?
I always have everything.
Oh, so you've got a pack of potato.
I come prepared.
Well, can I see the flavor of those, please? Smoky barbecue.
Smoky barbecue.
Okay.
I'd give you some, but they were very expensive.
It's okay. I'll deal with that. Thank you.
Yeah. So for me, chips, it's not a food. It's a lifestyle. We have a bond together.
Now the chips are really, honestly, the potato chips, crisps, have become part of you.
They are part of me. They're just, the first time I didn't really like them, and I ate them in one of my videos. And after that, if I didn't eat chips in a video, people would just come at me and they'd be like, Elsa, how dare you post a video without the chips?
Really?
Mm-hmm. So they became a part of my brand.
So may I ask you, it's been an incredible year for you.
Mm-hmm.
In March, you had 7,000 followers. Is that correct?
Yes.
And now 1.5 million. How do you feel about this change?
It's amazing because first of all, I get to meet people like you. So it's an amazing shift from just, doing things. Because initially I used to make those videos just, for me.
Mhm.
I never even used to make them for my followers. So I would make videos and I would laugh. I would just be like, you're so funny. And, I would put my glasses on and be like, you're so funny, girl. And it made me so happy.
So
And
you were doing them for you, for
For
you,
me.
for you, for you.
For me, 100%. Then after some time, people were like, she's so funny. And I'd be like, I'm funny. You guys think I'm funny? And I was like, that's cool. And it just grew and people picked up on me. And now I'm at 1.5.
Well, it does give you the sense when you see your videos that you are having a sneak peek into your bedroom, into your personal, the way you shoot it, it's like you're not supposed to be looking at this, but I'm letting you have a little look. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it does come across intimate.
Yeah, it is. Initially, I used to do it in my bedroom. Then I moved to the guest bedroom. And no one ever noticed that shift. Because before it was very few people seeing my room. Now it's,
A lot of people
now it's a lot of people
seeing your room.
seeing my So I moved to the guest room, and with the guest room, it's the same setting because the sheets that are changed are the same, and same color. Nothing ever moves because we rarely have guests. So I just did that, and yeah.
Now, Anderson Cooper, you had a great giggle with him. I saw like a little surreal moment. How was that?
It was really amazing because I was studying journalism, although I don't like school. So I was.
You didn't like school
at all, not even in the slightest. And when I got
Could you not wait to just
when I got this opportunity, I just wrote an email. I was like, thank you for everything. Bye bye.
to your teachers?
Yeah, to my lecturer. I was like, thank you for everything, but it's time. And I left. And when I was in journalism, everyone who does journalism knows who Anderson Cooper
Yeah.
is. And I remember the first time he followed me and he told me, he was like, I've been watching your videos and I love you. I was like, Anderson Cooper. And he was like, I want to interview you. And during the interview, I was so nervous. I was shaking. Under the chair, I was just pinching my leg.
Oh.
I was completely shaking. I was terrified because I was so nervous meeting him. But it went well and we bonded.
So now you've got a friend in America. Well, you got a few friends, I'm sure, in America waiting for you. Can you give me a list of all of your accolades this year? Because I want you to tell us all the accolades that you've received this year so far. And it's not over this year.
It's not over. Let me start with the latest, which was GQ Awards, Man of the Year, Entertainer of 2020.
Fantastic.
That was amazing. Streamies, I got honored by Lily Singh.
Fantastic.
As the Entertainer of 2020. E-People's Choice Awards, my first E-People's Choice Awards, and many more to come. So I got that one as African Social Star.
Mm-hmm. Let's go from the beginning, like we always say here on No Filter. Let's go to the beginning. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Nairobi, raised in Nairobi. Mm-hmm.
Where did we meet?
We met in Nairobi. It was amazing. We met in Nairobi, and when we were shopping, you just said, "Oh, Elsa, you should have come to Malindi with me." And you're like, "Oh, but I feel like it's you should have come. I should have told you earlier." And I was like, "No, I'll go home and pack right now. We will go together." And I ran home and I packed my things, and now we're in Malindi together.
And here she is. Oh my goodness. When was it that you felt that you could make people laugh?
I think during the pandemic, and when
you learned that now.
I did learn that now. I always thought I was funny, but to myself, I didn't think other people found me funny. And during the pandemic, people were just like, "Oh, you're giving me so much. You make me so happy. You're making me laugh." And I was like, "Okay, this is actually something I can do. This is something I can get into." And then, it's something you go into, and I hadn't left journalism yet. And after some time, I remember the first person who told me that I would go so far and made me feel like, wow, I was Chrissy again. And she just told me, she was like, look here, I think what you're doing is amazing and you're going to go so far with this. And for me, that was just like, okay, now I know for sure.
She's great, Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that you get enough to get supported? Are you supported enough? Do you feel like you get, I mean, your parents, obviously, your brother, who I got the pleasure to meet. Do you feel like in your country, Kenya, where we are right now, that you're supported enough? Do they understand what you're doing? Do you feel?
No, not really. Kenya is my home, obviously, and you get an attachment to your home.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the place that has brought me down the most, if we're being very honest, is Kenya. And they have been, some people did support me.
Mm-hmm.
And even the place where I grew fast must have been Kenya, because Instagram, it has the people around your region have to follow you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of out. Yeah, but I don't know about it. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, so that's how it works. So definitely I do feel like some of them did support me, but most of them did put me down a lot. And here it's a place where there's a lot of colorism and women.
Explain to me. So what to explain?
Where lighter skinned people are given more opportunities and are made to feel like they can succeed more.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. And I've seen it all over the world.
Mm-hmm. It happens all the time. And I was made to feel like just because, I was darker, that I was maybe less pretty, I had less.
Don't listen to that. We need to introduce you to Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg did No Filter, and she explained what she went through. And Color Purple, Ghost. We need you to sit down. We need to get you a sit down with Whoopi. Just set you straight. Yeah. Do not allow anyone to change the way you feel because of color of your skin ever. Here in Kenya, what are you reading? I know you said you go to bed late. Like we both are now in the same time zone, but I still live in an American time zone, and you're living in an American time zone. What is it you read? Do you read everything? What is it that you focus on?
I focus. My focus is never really on one thing. I feel like I'm very busy. I'm very busy.
Yeah. No time to be bored.
Yeah, no time to be bored. And I lose interest so fast. I'll be on something for maybe 1 hour and I'll be like, okay, that's enough.
I was going to say 15 seconds. But okay. So you don't, I mean, this pandemic for you, you have been busy. Just day gone by, like, where's it gone? I totally hear you. I feel the same way. I really do. I'm grateful. Growing up, you have other brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers and a sister.
So where do you fit in?
The third born, middle child.
The third born?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how did you learn about just what I think it's timing of comedy? But you're just doing this really off a natural, there's no strategy for you, is there? You're just doing this from your gut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really, it feels so natural, especially when I pick up my phone. And I remember after the first video that went out and went viral, I felt a bit of pressure to like even write a script and do this whole thing and go into editing. And I did that once and I was just like, I am never doing this again. It just felt so off, and I just do everything from instinct and how I feel. And it's amazing.
But obviously, Elsa, you're going to go, I'm sure everybody wants you now. And so you're going to go into proper production at one point once we're back into this new reset. So you're going to have to probably write a script, and you'll have many more people around you, not in your room, which is, it's weird because that intimacy is something that I love, and then it becomes something bigger. But don't change the way your approach to it.
Yeah, definitely the way I approach things. I feel like that's what keeps this so amazing for me. I feel like if it changes, it will become something different, and I won't be as happy in it.
That's what normally happens. like we could, you get us, you to change us, and then we're not happy, and then we leave. And then what's the point? You should have just kept us the way we were. It's always like that. Well, I know you adore fashion. I mean, I met you yesterday. You were wearing Paramos. How did you get that Paramos? Did Kirby send it?
Um, Actually, the first, yes,
He did.
yes, it did. Because
I love Kirby.
I got a very, the first Payamos interaction I had was with Reebok. And they were, Reebok, Reebok is very awake and aware with everything that happens. And, they were just telling me to alert people and educate people on the things happening. And I told them, yes. I was like, I want to educate people, and people need to know what's happening in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, Elsa, you know what? We love you. All of us here, we love you. And I just formed this relationship with the Reebok. And now I'm just forming this relationship with Payamos, and it's all going amazing.
Wonderful. Any fashion brand magazines that you used to read or look at?
I used to.
Well, I never looked at them because I couldn't afford them. So that's truth for my answer. So,
we used to have this woman on the street. She used to buy old magazines and then sell them. So
how old?
Like a year old.
A year older than when they came out?
Yeah.
Damn. I hope they were more than half price.
They were really cheap. They were $1.50.
Okay.
And my sister would go and buy them, and she would buy Vogue, she would buy Elle, and I would just look through them. I would see you there so many times, and it'd just be like, wow, this is so amazing. And it was just, for me, it was just unreachable.
Who was your dream person to meet in fashion? Who do you want to meet?
First, let me start with the one at the top of the list, the one I love the most, Alexander Wang.
Alexander Wang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just, I think I love him because I first saw my favorite model working on the runway for him. And I was just like, okay, this is so dope.
And who is your favorite model? It's my daughter.
Yes.
So please tell.
Akej. That is my favorite model of all time. She just entered the scene, and I feel like she did so amazing on the runway. And
she's very beautiful and elegant, very graceful.
So elegant.
Very.
And she worked so hard to be where she is right now. And it's just amazing.
So we have to make that dream come true.
We do.
Well, that's not hard. You're talking to her mama. How would you describe your personal style?
Messy. Definitely messy. I feel like I just speak things randomly. Messy. Just some very tight or very loose. I don't know. I never wear just fitting clothes. I always wear either very tight, very loose, very short, very long.
So you're eclectic. You wear what you feel good in.
Yeah, just what I feel good.
You're not following a trend. That's how it should be. Favorite comedian.
Favorite comedian. We'll start with the first. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is everyone's favorite comedian.
Absolutely, hands down. Come on. He's even the comedian's favorite.
Yeah, he's even the comedian's favorite comedian. And for him, he's just, he's so funny. And for me, as when he left the Chappelle show, that for me was, that was amazing, because I don't think I would ever get up and say, and part with millions of dollars like that. But
I think you would, if it came down to owning the things that you do and your content.
Mm-hmm. True. Okay, yeah.
I think you would.
Right.
Because I understand very much why Dave did what he did, and he was right.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, if someone comes and just takes all your content that you've built up for all this year, you're just going to hand it over and lose control? You wouldn't.
No.
So it's a warning. and it's a lesson to be learned. He gave a lesson to all of us to not let us be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and he left, and he's still so successful.
He's more successful now than he was
Than
then.
he was then.
So it works. Yeah, taking account for keeping your things in order in your way. Has anyone given you advice that has inspired you?
Till now, I think the one not given me specifically, but I saw Beyonce say, and she said, people reach a place where they're comfortable and they think they need to stop working. And she said, I'm not having it. She was like, I know I'm great, but I know I can be greater and I'm going to be bigger. And she just, and when I saw that, I just said, I told myself, no matter what, I'll always work for more. So definitely Beyonce.
Never rest on your laurels.
Mm-hmm.
Always keep maintaining, keep growing. I agree with that 110%. Is it true that your dad told you to stop posting? and your mom, they thought that you posted too much?
Yeah.
And how did they know you were posting since they don't have on social media?
Their friends told them. So my mom and dad, they told me, hey, first of all, these videos are affecting your education and we might not like the content you're posting. And I sat down and I listened, and after that conversation I just went to my room and I blocked all their friends because I knew they're the only ones who had access.
You blocked all your parents,
all of
all your parents' friends
on social media, all of them. I went and I looked for them and I blocked all of them. I went
smart girl,
and I continued.
And that was it.
And that was it. And I continued doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, if my dad doesn't know, it won't hurt him, and I'll be happy and he'll be happy. It's a win-win.
So what they don't know doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
You're hearing this, folks? What you don't know don't hurt. Elsa's philosophy here. I think we have to follow it. Which of your videos that you've done this far are you the most proud of?
I think it's a pandemic. Because that one, because every time someone would want to see me and they'd be like, "Yeah, are you home?" I'd be like, "Yeah, but it's a pandemic, so you need to stay at your place." And I kept on saying that, so I just made a video about it, and everyone started saying, "It's a pandemic, it's a pandemic." So it's like, okay, yeah. So I definitely love it.
I think you've got to record that. I think we've got to put that on the record. So 2020, what I'm going to remember is It's a Pandemic by you and Coronavirus by Cardi.
Coronavirus.
That's going to be it for me. I'm really happy that I got to meet you here in Kenya. It really, we connected a few weeks ago, and so I was telling everyone, I even told Wiz I'm going to meet you, and I know you love WizKid. So I feel like you are the new Africa. Yeah, you are the new Africa. I'm I'm so thrilled for all that's happening to you and that's going to happen to you, and cannot wait to see. But I will advise you to keep yourself. Don't let them change who you are. Of course, we have to adapt to new situations and productions and but what's made you is yourself and what you've done right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what's the special thing about it. Do you think you'll ever leave Kenya?
I'm leaving Kenya, so I know.
Say that again. Newsflash. You are?
I am.
You're leaving Kenya?
I am. It's definitely been the place I grew up, but there's more growth outside. And I think it would even be unfair to myself to confine myself to a space where I would be limited to the heights I would reach. So I'm leaving Kenya. And
where are you headed, may we ask? May we know? Everything we got to ask a little something here. Yeah, where are you heading?
I feel like right now most of my opportunities are open in LA. Given,
Of course,
yeah, most of my team is there.
Mm-hmm.
So many people I know are there, and so many job opportunities are there for me, and even so many things that I'm being offered are there. You know, sometimes being told, I'm being told we want you on this campaign, and then they ask, oh, and where are you based? So I'm like Nairobi, and they're like, oh, okay, like cool. And they're like, okay, we're from LA. We would have done this live, but since you're in Kenya, and that really it also affects my current situation. So I think it would be the wise thing to do to move to LA.
I mean, it's the craziest thing, but people have moved so much during this pandemic. I relate. I have moved across 3 continents, and safely. So, yeah, it can be done. You will be moving to Los Angeles, and it will be easier for you, especially for what you're doing. Oh, great! So then there's other people I want you to meet, because I'll be there that part next year too. Do you think it's harder? Well, we just said that for a dark-skinned woman.
It is definitely harder for adults.
It's so wrong to be talking this way in 2020, don't you think?
It is. And the thing is, Viola Davis was saying, people might say, I've achieved so much and I've gotten all these awards. And she said, but the truth is, if I was a white woman, I would have thrice the awards I had. I would have thrice the recognition I have right now. And she said, it's just so unfair that people think you're talking unfairly from my situation, from my point of view. But the truth is, I deserve way more than I have right now. And I just looked at that and it broke my heart because, I'm also...
That's what Viola said. Mm-hmm. Did you ever hear once when Denzel Washington won the Oscar and he said something in a similar way, another version of, he said, just because I'm winning this Oscar tonight, he thanked everyone, obviously. He said, don't think that there's going to be 1,000 scripts on my doorstep tomorrow, because there won't. Yeah. Deep. So your parents understand now about you and what they're supportive to you now and encouraging to you.
Yeah.
And even about the move.
Yeah, they're supportive of everything. Even when we were coming to Malindi, my dad is the one who dropped me at the airport. I called my dad and I said, Dad, Naomi wants me to join her to Malindi. And he was like, what? Okay, I'm in the car. When you're here, you'll find me in the car. The engine will be ready. And they're just so supportive.
Wonderful.
Yeah, when I told them I want to move to LA, they're like, okay, cool. Do you have everything you need for your visa? And I was like, yeah,
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's really great. So what do we expect from you next? Are we getting like a Christmas special from Elsa?
Many surprises to come.
And before the year's out, before end of 2020.
Before end of 2020.
Even though I can't wait for it to be done. Let's not lie here. The whole world can't wait for it to be done. I mean, there's been some amazing things that have happened in this year, but it's just been all in perspective, I say. You're one of them. One of the amazing things that have happened this year.
Yeah, I'm really.
And I know there's a few surprises coming, but I'm not allowed to tell you yet.
Yeah.
And they cover all genres of worlds. And I'm looking forward to that too. That's going to be great.
They're going to be amazing.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to say right now that I'm just chilled sitting here? I could be your sidekick, if you just... Is there anything I can do to help you?
I think for me, it's just that I'm so grateful for the position I'm in right now, because there was a 0.01% of me being in this position. And so many factors.
But you kind of felt when you were at school, because you did not like school, you told me.
did not like
You
school.
knew that you were going to go do something, but you weren't sure what it was, right?
Yeah, I knew I was going to do something outside because I knew school was not it, but I didn't know
Because I
what.
feel like you're taking this in your stride, just like, okay, which is really, it's pretty amazing to be. But do you not feel that you will come back to Kenya, obviously, for visits?
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't it be great if you could change the way Kenya's perception is towards what you do as a woman and encouraging the next generation to you, or, you know, other women in being supported and encouraged to do what they're doing, even though they, you know, just to get, I don't know, I feel like there's something good that can come out from how you felt to not allowing other women to feel that way ever again in your home country.
Definitely. And you know, I feel like it happens in so many parts of Africa and in so many parts of the world. So I feel like even though I want to make
not even just Africa, it happens worldwide,
everywhere. So I feel like even though I want to make an impact here, I also want to make an impact everywhere, just so everyone
right on
can just know that things can and will be different.
It's like, it reminds me of, you know, I remember seeing Indian Vogue when it first came out, and sure enough, only the light-skinned Indian girls. And then me being asked, and I thought to myself, nah, because I'm like, when are you going to put the dark-skinned Indian girl? You know? I mean, I love India, but it's a whole color spectrum. But they ain't showing that, you know what I mean? So you come to me because I'm what? But you've got beautiful girls and women in India. Just an example. So I get it. But I think you know what? Not just your country, you're absolutely right. The world. It's been going on for long enough. And really, it needs to be stopped, because I feel like a lot of women, not just women actually, men too, feel that they can't get there because they're too dark. It's ridiculous.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Not okay. Not okay at all. But I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and I don't like it.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, it's the 21st century. That's what's so shocking. It's 2020 and we're still on colorism and racism and all that. And it's just, you know, things should have changed, but they're still changing, and that's so heartbreaking.
I'm here for the change. I'm here for this next generation. I'm here for it. I'm grateful to God. I'm going to witness it. Elsa, I'm so happy to have you on No Filter. Thank you so much for doing it. Please like our video today.
Please subscribe to Naomi's channel.
Brown Girls Out!